Good morning students. Welcome to the online teaching session of Academic World School Bemetara. We are here with the second lesson of Physics class 12. This is the topic electric charge and field, and today the subtopics that we will be studying is the Coulombic force in the dielectric medium and force due to many charges or multiple charges. So as we have seen in our previous video that if two charges are brought near each other, A and B, then they interact with each other. If they are like charges, say plus and plus, then they are going to repel each other, and if they are unlike charges, plus and minus, then they are going to attract each other. This force of attraction, we have deduced one formula, and that formula is known as Coulomb's law. According to the Coulomb's law, what is the force that between them? The force is given by, force is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon q1 q2 upon r square. Now this is the famous Coulomb's law, and we have seen the vector form also. Simply you apply the unit vector in front of that give you the direction. If the force, you all know force is a vector, so the direction of the Coulombic force is given by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon q1 q2 upon r square into r unit vector. Okay, now the question arises that if, does it depend on the medium? Suppose the two charges are not in air, they are inside water or they are inside alcohol, ether, maybe anything. Okay, so how does this force change? The medium force of attraction or repulsion inside a medium depends on one property that is called permittivity. Depends on permittivity. Permittivity is a property that determines the electric force for the electric charges. Okay, the symbol of permittivity is epsilon. When I say epsilon naught, it means the permittivity of free space. Epsilon naught, this is called epsilon, E-P-S-I-L-O-N, epsilon. Epsilon. It's a Greek alphabet and you must know how to pronounce it. It is pronounced as epsilon and it is a symbol for the property permittivity. Permittivity means the factor on which the force between two charges will depend. Okay, so like as if two charges are kept in air, they will have some force. But if the same two charges are dipped in alcohol, now what is the force? That will be changed. Okay, so let us say we will determine this epsilon. Force between two charges in vacuum is given by F vacuum. It is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon q1 q2 upon r square. Okay, now these are the two charges A and B. they are bearing charges Q1 and Q2. The medium between them is vacuum. Now suppose I change it and the same two charges are in another medium. There is some medium here. Some medium is kept there. So here now the force will be F medium. It will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. Epsilon is the permittivity of this medium. For vacuum it is epsilon naught. Epsilon naught. If I put a 0, that means it is for vacuum and for medium. Now the ratio is F vacuum upon F medium. It is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught divided by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 upon R square, Q1 Q2 upon R square. See, other things are not changing here. The charges are same, Q1 Q2, Q1 Q2. The distance is also same, R and R. So what is changing? Only the medium in between the two charges. In that condition, what happens? This permittivity of the two is changed. Now if I solve it, Q1 Q2 Q1 Q2 change, cancels 1 upon 4 pi 1 upon 4 pi epsilon cancel. So the ratio is force in vacuum upon force in medium is equal to epsilon upon epsilon naught. Okay. Epsilon upon epsilon naught. This ratio is called ER, which is relative, where ER is relative permittivity. ER represents relative permittivity. This ER is also equal to K. K is dielectric constant. K is dielectric constant. So you can say ER and K, they are same. ER and epsilon, ER and K, they are same, or relative permittivity and dielectric constant, they both mean the same physical quantity. So K, which is equal to ER, is equal to epsilon upon epsilon naught. Now see here, K is equal to epsilon R. R means relative permittivity is equal to epsilon upon epsilon naught. Okay. Now what will multiply these two? So epsilon is equal to epsilon R into epsilon naught. What is epsilon R? It is epsilon upon epsilon naught. Therefore, epsilon is equal to epsilon R multiplied by epsilon naught. Now this value of epsilon I will substitute in my formula F in medium. So force in medium is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon R epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 upon R square. So this is equal to F medium is this epsilon r, let us take it out, 1 upon epsilon r 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. I have separated it. Epsilon r is taken out. So 1 upon 4 pi epsilon q1 q2 upon r square. What is this much quantity? This much quantity is your force in vacuum. See that 1 upon 4 pi epsilon q1 q2 r square, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon q1 q2 r square. That means F in medium is equal to 1 upon epsilon r into F vacuum. This is force in vacuum. And I told you ER, relative permittivity, is equal to K. Relative permittivity and dielectric constant, they are same thing. So force in medium is equal to 1 upon K times of 1 upon force in vacuum. Force in medium is equal to 1 upon K times force in vacuum. So what is K here? Dielectric constant. If you simply know the dielectric constant of a material and you are asked to find out what will be the force, then your formula will be F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught K q1 q2 upon r square. So this is a general formula for the Coulombic force. For vacuum, you can just interpret K equal to 1. K equal to 1 is for the dielectric constant of the absolute space. Okay. Otherwise, whatever is the dielectric constant of the medium, that value you can substitute. Suppose the dielectric constant of water is 80. In that case, what happens? 80 times less force will be the force between the two charges when they are kept inside the water. This is how we interpret and use the dielectric constant. Let's do one question and solve the force. I hope this is clear to all of you. Calculate the Coulomb force between two alpha particles kept at a distance 3.2 into 10 to power minus 15. Write the question. Calculate the force of repulsion between two alpha particles kept at distance 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 15 meter. So our question uses alpha particle. Now we should know what is an alpha particle. Alpha particle is a positively charged particle which is having charge equal to 2 times of the magnitude of the charge of a proton. Proton is positively charged and here alpha particle is also positively charged. So we will first write charge of alpha particle What is charge of alpha particle? It is 2e plus 2e. That is 2 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Now it is equal to 3.2 into 10 to power minus 19 coulombs. Got it? Similarly, as in the question says, there are two alpha particles. So one is here and one more is here. They are 2e, 2e. You can say alpha and alpha. Now the distance between them r is equal to 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 15 meter. So this is the question. Now find the force. Simple, we will use Coulomb's law. According to the Coulomb's law, what is Coulomb's law? All of you say 1 upon 4 pi epsilon into Q1, Q1 and Q2 both are same. So I can replace it by Q square upon R square. Okay, let's substitute the values. This has got the value 9 into 10 to power 9 multiplied by Q square. Q square, that is, this is Q, charge of alpha particle, 3.2 into 10 to power 9 minus 19 whole square divided by the distance square r. What is r? 3.2 into 10 to power minus 15 meter. Substitute the value 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 15 square. Don't forget to make a square, otherwise this calculation will be wrong. Now open the brackets. So when you open the bracket, f is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 3.2 into 3.2 into 10 to power minus 19 square. It will be 10 to the power minus 38. Simple, need not to explain how. Then square, 3.2 into 10 to power minus 15 square. So again it is 3.2 into 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 30. Minus 15 square will become 10 to the power minus 30. So here I can see 3.2, 3.2 cancels. So 9 multiplied by 10 to the power. Now there are 9 minus 38, and when this will go in the numerator, it will become plus 30. So 30 plus 9 minus 38. 30 plus 9, 39 minus 38, 1. So answer will be 9 into 10 to the power 39 minus 38, that is 1. 9 into 10, 90 Newton. So when two alpha particles are kept at a distance 3.2 into 10 to power minus 15 meter, then they are going to repel each other with a force of 90 Newton. What is the formula that we have used here? Coulomb's law. And in Coulomb's law, this whole quantity has got value 9 into 10 to power 9. Don't forget this small substitution. This is very important. So we have seen the Coulomb force between two alpha particles. Coulomb force applied change when the medium changes, that depends on the dielectric medium. Now let us see how the force will be there, that when there are many charges, multiple charges, force on any charged particle due to multiple charges. This is the third topic of today. force on a charge due to multiple charges. Till now you have studied how to find the force between two charges, Q1, Q2. Now if suppose there are more than two charges, say A, B, C, है ना, Q1, Q2, Q3. So there are three charges now. What will be the cumulative force on any one charge? Surely charge Q2 will interact with Q1, Q1 will interact with Q2. Then similarly Q2 and Q3, Q3 and Q2. There Q1, Q3, Q3, Q1, they all are interacting with each other. All are charged. They have got the fundamental property of attraction and repulsion. So let us take on any one particular charge, Q1. How much is the force? So for that we need to first define them, their position, and the simplest way is take coordinates. This is space and the position vectors of this one is R1, this is R2 vector, and this one is R3. Now the gap between them, this one is the line along which it will work force. So this is R1 minus R2, or I will say it is R12, and this is your R13, which is equal to R1 minus R. So we'll first begin with 3, then we'll proceed and generalize it for n particles. So here there are more than 2 charges, and the force on Q1 is, first one is this one, and the second one is this one. Okay, so this is your F12 and this is your F13. F12 means force on 1 due to 2. Force on 1 due to 2, and force F13 is force 13. Okay. So consider that there are 3 charges, Q1, Q2, Q3. Q1 is attracted or repelled, interacted by both Q2 and Q3. So force on 1, force on charge 1 will be F12 plus F13, both. What is F12? F12 is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 upon R12 square R12 unit vector. R12 unit vector is along this side, this is R12 unit vector, direction. Okay. Then F13 vector, it is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q3 R13 square R13. As we know, R12. What is R12? It is R1 minus R2. So R12 unit vector will be R1 minus R2 divided by the mod of R1 minus R2. R12 is R1 minus R2 divided by R1 minus R2 mod. Okay. So for that substitution, F12 will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 upon R1 minus R2 vector mod square and R12 unit vector, which is what is the group value? It is R1 minus R2 divided by R1 minus R2 mod. R1 minus R2 square into R1 minus R2. So I can club it together and to the power 3. So this becomes F12 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 R1 minus R2 divided by R1 minus R2 cube. Okay. Similarly, F13. I need to rub this area. Similarly, F13 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q3 R1 minus R3 upon R1 minus R3 mod Q. So if there are two particles, so total force F1 will be total of 1 2 and 1 3. Which is 1 2? This is 1 2. And what is 1 3? This is 1 3. So I will add them. It will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon bracket Q1 Q2 R1 minus R2 upon R1 vector minus R2 vector mod Q plus Q1 Q3 R1 minus R3 upon R1 vector minus R3 vector mod Q, bracket close. For two vectors, for three charges, if there are two different other charges acting on one single. Okay. So now let us take a general formula. If there are n number of particles, in that case, what will be the cumulative force? So the cumulative force will be there like this. For n charges, force will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 R1 minus R2 upon R1 minus R2 cube plus Q1 Q3 R1 minus R3 upon R1 vector minus R3 vector mod q. And lastly, if there are n, so it will be q1 qn R1 minus Rn upon R1 minus Rn vector q, sum total. If I take q1 common from all of them, here also q1 q1 q1, so general formula will now 1 upon 4 pi epsilon q1, it will be summation of qi R1 minus Ri upon R1 vector minus Ri vector mod q. So we get the formula, that is this formula is known as superposition principle formula. Here, if there are n charges, okay, then each one will be represented from I equal to 1 to I equal to n, and the sum total of all the forces will be applicable on the force, on the charge as F. So what we studied, students, today? We studied that Coulomb's law applicable in different medium. There is a value known as dielectric constant, and in any other medium whose dielectric constant is K, then the value of the force will be decreased by K times. Similarly, we studied that there is superposition principle for more number of charged particles which are acting together on one single particle, and the total formula is like this. So students, there is assignment which is given to you on the ERP, and I request you all to look into the ERP, download the questions and do them positively. Submit to me as they are a part of your periodic test. Thank you. Have a studying Sunday, Monday and all days. Stay at home, stay safe. Thank you.